suppose.
That.
We're good. Hello there, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Devil's Latest Issue Podcast Sunday Show.
Hello, people, and whatever.
I am your host, Mr. Vegas. I am joined, as always, by my lovely, wonderful co-host, it's Mr. Fatman T.
Welcome, everybody of creed, religion, baseless organization, baseless creatures, extraterrestrial entities, and whatever the furries are calling themselves this week.
I mean, it depends furry to furry. Sometimes it's dog, sometimes it's giraffe, sometimes it's zebra.
Sometimes it's mentally ill.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's always mentally ill, but you know. Hello, furry
Sometimes-
community who enjoyed that joke for exactly 10 seconds before we took it to the mentally ill section.
Sometimes it's
The rest of that
creepy.
joke they would have loved.
I mean, there's what I was watching. I was down the Drake and was on about it, about their furries in D&D. He says it guaranteed every horror story can't go more than 10 seconds with a furry before creepy shit starts coming in.
I mean, yeah. Like as a DM, I've been approached several times by like party adventuring groups who are all furries asking if I can DM for them, and every time I've said no, and it's because of stories like that.
Yeah,
I'm not dealing with that, thank you.
yeah, I'm a furry and I want a child sex slave.
Yeah,
No.
no. Kindly collect your belongings and exit my table.
What I love about
How-
furries though is
How dare you butter my pancakes like this?
what about furries on D&D is they always start off saying, "Oh well, I was going to play the game normally." Then you get the character
Yeah.
sheet come through. It's like, hang on, what the hell is this dog-human hybrid thing? Oh, I just
Just-
homebrew my own race. It's actually my.
I was gonna say it's just 80% homebrewed shit, and it's like, we're gonna play the game normally, are we? And then you got to spend 3 hours reading the character sheet and like testing everything to make sure it's like correctly balanced and isn't just
it
them
won't
power
be.
gaming. And 9 times out of 10, it's just them power gaming. God, I love D&D.
My general stance on like if you want to be like a third persona in a D&D game, right? There's plenty of third-party materials which I would accept if you show me the actual way the book comes from of anthropomorphic animals in the game. You've got the bird people,
yeah.
you've got owlbears, you've got fucking.
I was gonna say there's even some built-in ones, like core stuff. Like there's a bunnykin. They're a newer race that was added to D&D recently by Wizards themselves. They're really quite entertaining.
I believe there's a werewolf species as well in the game now.
There is, but they're fucky. There's Otterkin. I've recently bought Otterkin actually because I've got a plan for them in our campaign we're running.
Yeah, I saw them. I was actually recently on. It was in the.
Yeah, they're actually in the same book as the Bunnykin. It's a really handy, but I can't remember which book it is. But they're in the same
I think it was one before that, the carnival one I was telling you about.
No, it's before that as well. It's
was it?
Yeah, because that carnival one's a separate thing. It's what's it called? It's kind of like Zenithar's Guide to Everything, but like no. It's a bit like that book.
I mean, I
It's got a
also
bunch
got
of like races and
Racklins
shit
in
in
it.
it for you.
If you want to be like
Yep,
small,
Racklins, yeah.
we want to play Rocket out of fucking Guardians of the Galaxy. They've got a
Yeah.
feature for that.
I mean, fuck, like kobolds technically.
Cantrips. They have a Raccoon, which is like a
Mm-hmm.
cross between a unicorn and a raccoon.
Yes, a Rackacorn.
Or Tunuk. I can't remember which one it was exactly.
Yeah. Anyway, so people at home and Mr. Fatman T, I have a story.
I'm terrified.
Gather round, children. It's Uncle Vegas' story time by the fire. Bring your socks. I don't know where I'm going with that, but yes. So I have a prop for this story. You can't see the prop, but I can. I did some baking today.
Put the dildo away.
No. So I was today. I was supposed to be today. I was supposed to be looking for a topic for us to talk about today. Instead, I got distracted and I baked. What did I bake? I hear you ask. Well, a while ago, a few months ago, I'm gonna say, me and Mr. Fatman T, we were talking about cooking as we often do. Mr. Fatman T very graciously gave me a recipe to do steamed dumplings. So today I took that recipe and I fucked around with it a little bit. And it led to a creation that can only be described as glorious.
Go for doughboys, not steamed dumplings. They're a different thing entirely.
Still. You steam it, it counts. It looks like a dumpling, it counts. So, not when I make them, you don't. So, yeah, so the recipe that I got and very evidently modified is flour, water, turn it into a dough ball, stick it on a grill over the top of a bowl of water, boil the water, stick a bowl over top of that, steam your shit.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I was doing normally. So today I decided to fuck around a little bit instead. And I went to the shop, I got my flour, I came back, put my flour in the bowl, and I decided, see, instead of water, I'm going to put some milk in it. I threw a bit of milk in there, right? And then I went into my freezer, I got some flash frozen fruit. It was like a little bag. I think it's like mango, fucking blackberry.
You made a moon bun.
Kind of. Things like just like frozen fruits. Threw them in there. I went to grab sugar. I didn't have sugar, but I had icing sugar. So I threw some icing sugar in there. I gave it a mix, and then I steamed those. And then to give them like a crispy exterior, I threw them in the oven for a couple minutes.
Yeah, you mean what's called moon buns? It's basically like if like the Chinese steam buns or the bao buns.
I would say it's basically a bapao, but fruit.
No, not bapao.
Like it's like like bapao is like a brand. They're like microwavable pao buns. They're fucking amazing.
Yeah, the Vietnamese call them bao buns. Japanese call them the stuffed bread. Then you got the Chinese who call them I think it was moon buns. They call them most of the time.
What is it? They're amazing. But I added something extra to this recipe before I cooked it. I wanted something to help it bind, right?
Mm-hmm.
I was gonna put egg in it. I only had 2 eggs left, and I didn't want to get shouted at for leaving us with only 1 egg left in the house.
Right.
So I put a shot glass worth of olive oil in there.
Bit rich.
That was the best decision I have ever made. It's given them like this delightful little salt nip.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god, what a decision that was!
Right.
These are gorgeous.
I want a good trick.
I'm eating one as we speak. Like I have one in my hand.
As close to authentic bao as you can.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Is you start off with your flour. Yourself basically make a base bread dough.
Mm-hmm.
Before you mix the full bread dough together, you ever made a roux using like butter and flour?
No.
You've never done that before, you know?
Nope.
Well, basically,
I'm not really a baking person.
No, this is plain cooking actually. Roux used for like thickening soup stocks. Basically, you put butter in a pan, add flour, melt butter down, add flour, mix it until you get like a paste like most making stew.
Mm-hmm.
Then brown it, and that acts as a thickening agent for most stocks and stuff when you're making gravy and shit.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
You mix something like that up, then you add that to your flour mixture as you mix together. Instead of using normal milk, use coconut milk. That way you don't need extra fat from the olive oil.
Yeah, but see, coconut milk is more expensive than full fat. So, no. Like, as well, I don't want to be accused of being a hippie. I also don't like coconut that much.
You don't taste it. It's just there for the thickening. You basically want the fat from it to give you that richness.
Oh, given I can taste the salt from the olive oil, I feel like I taste the coconut.
And then what I used to do it is I make up like barbecue pulled pork. You know, put it in the middle of it, nip it together, then steam that, and you get like a barbecue steam bun. It's fucking gorgeous.
Yeah, that does actually sound quite nice. But my story's not done yet.
Ah.
There's an extra step to this story. So I made my what I'm calling fruit buns, right? Because you know what, my recipe, my house, my ball, my game, my rules, I win.
No, you don't.
So these are fruit buns now. They're almost like scones. Actually, they're like a better scone. I've improved the scone. That's what I've done.
Yeah, because you would have do you self-raising flour or plain flour?
Self-raising.
Yeah, that would give you the scone texture.
Yeah. I literally steamed them and then like browned them out. I've basically just made scones better.
You basically twice cooked scones.
Yeah.
So you actually almost got like a biscuit.
Yeah.
Basically, not tell you made.
They're great.
You made a biscotti scone.
Yeah, I've made a better scone.
Because biscotti in Italian basically means twice cooked.
Yeah, I've made a better scone. Well, I made the first batch, right? Because I don't have a steamer. I had to use like a pot of water and a plastic mixing bowl.
Actually, hang on. I've got an idea.
Makeshift a steamer into existence, right?
I've got an idea, right? I have with me, not far from me, a baker.
Yeah.
Right, so let's get... Hang on.
Yeah, get the bacon person in. These are fucking amazing. Oh my god. Oh, I've got like 10 more of these downstairs. They're so good. I've got my sister coming tomorrow to steal some. Like, oh. I'm a goddamn culinary genius. Hmm.
Who's coming? No flirting, you twat face.
Eh?
Eh?
Who's the twat face? I didn't do it.
You're twat face. I said no flirting.
Why?
Because the baker is my older sister and she's owned to be your mother.
Yeah. It's never stopped me before.
Gilf hunter.
I'm gonna tell her you called her a gilf. Fucking, she's gonna kill you.
I didn't call her a gilf, I said you were a gilf hunter.
Fucking, she's what, 35? Like
40.
Nah.
Yeah.
A woman with such a voice as beautiful as that? Impossible.
You haven't heard her.
Not yet. How do you know?
Easy, she's been on the podcast before.
Yeah. Hey, I've watched web shows before.
We're not basing your entire reality on fucking Spanish telenovelas.
No, we're basing my entire life experiences based off of liveleak.com and or like those live cam girl shows.
Or hentai.
Yes. All of the above. All 3 in 1. But yeah, anyway, so the main endpoint of this story. I'll quickly finish the story. So as I made the first batch of them, because I can only do like between 6 and 8 at a time, depending on how small I made them. So I did my first batch of 6, and I got some tinfoil out, and I took some over to my neighbour Dougie, and I gave some to my neighbour Megan and their family, and yeah.
Right, just yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Over. You know, a bacon lane question. A bacon lane question. But if he's explained it.
Hello. Can the caller hear us?
Eh? Where's someone want to be? No dope boys.
Hello? Hello, there we are. Hi.
Hi.
Hi, welcome to the Devil's Latest Issue podcast, first of all. It's lovely to have you here. So I did a baking thing today,
Right.
and I want your opinion on what I've done, like what exactly I did,
Okay.
and if I'm right about what I did.
Right.
So I took some flour, right? I put it in a bowl.
Mhm.
Then I threw some icing sugar in it. Then I threw like some flash frozen like summer fruits in there.
Right.
A bit of milk. Gave it a mix, right? Made like little dough balls, right? Then I steamed them until they were like basically cooked. Then I put them in the oven to finish them off to give them like a golden browning.
Right.
Am I right that I basically made scones but better?
No, because scones have butter and eggs.
So I've made a vegan scone. Wait,
Without
fuck
any
no, there's milk in
fatty.
it. Hang on, there's milk in it, hang on. No, vegetarian, I made a vegetarian scone. And also I put olive oil in there to help bind it, because I didn't have eggs.
Yes. If you forgot to put oil in there, then yes.
Yes, I threw olive oil because I didn't have eggs.
Yes.
Yes, I've made scones but better.
Yeah.
I made what was it, biscotti scones? I think your brother called them because it's like that's Italian for twice cooked or some shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Twice cooked, but with the ice and sugar to make it a bit more crumblier.
Mm.
Because that's what they put in Venetians. You know, for the Venetian swells and stuff, ice and sugar and flour.
I only used icing sugar because I didn't have normal sugar. Opened the cupboard to grab normal sugar. No fucking granulated. It was icing or nothing. So, you know.
No, you made something.
They're amazing. They're nicer than they have any right to be.
No.
Like it's it was a mission. It succeeded. That was mission complete. So let me. Oh, I was gonna say I was gonna ask you baking sister. Like, is it a recipe you're gonna have a bash of at any point, or is it too illegal?
I highly doubt you will.
I was gonna say, is it just too illegal to touch her pristine kitchen?
Just
yeah. Hey. She agrees that it's basically scones but better.
It's vegan scones. Anything vegan or vegetarian is bad.
I was gonna say it's more vegetarian scone because like there's milk in there. But like, if I took the milk out and used water, it's a vegan scone.
Oh, use almond milk or something's like equally cringy.
Yeah, but like, I'm not gonna be one of those people.
You are one of those people.
No, I'm not.
You're a reformed furry femboy.
No, I'm a recovering furry, currently a femboy. There is a difference.
Is there?
Yes. It's like how I'm not an alcoholic. I'm a recovering alcoholic.
No, you're not alcoholic in training.
No, I'm a recovering alcoholic. I used to be an alcoholic. Now I've learned self-control and only drink occasionally, in healthy moderation.
100
like previously,
pints.
Yeah. Previously, a bottle of rum would last me a week. Now I can make it last 2 months. I'm a recovering alcoholic. Frankly, I'm willing to say that I'm a recovered alcoholic.
Well, we're going to our main topic today because we don't have one.
Yes. Because again, Mr. Vegas got distracted with baking.
Yes, he did. So,
and it was a decision well made. They're gorgeous. Seriously, like I cannot get enough of them.
I know what we can do today.
Oh, what can we do?
Endurance.
Define endurance.
I will in a second.
Like, I need more to go off of than endurance before I commit to this bit or not.
It was something we were planning on doing when you came back from your holiday.
Oh, not that.
Not what?
Oh, I'd really. If it's this, that's so gonna be arsed.
If it's not what exactly?
Oh,
God.
God, I know we don't talk very often, buddy. Like, mainly because I don't believe you exist. But like, do me a solid. Don't let it be this. Don't let it be fucking that, pal. Go on, God.
What is it?
Come on, you beardy bastard. Like, prove your existence. Don't let him pull up that topic, please.
Have a guess. Come on, have a guess.
No, I'll let it be a surprise. But like,
No, just have a guess, and I'll tell you if you're right or wrong, and you guess.
no,
Yeah.
no. My way's more fun. 'Cause you'll know if my guess is right or not based on the audible noise I make when you reveal the answer. Now, granted, I could just be an asshole and react negatively no matter what fucking topic you bring up, but that wouldn't be fun.
You are an asshole.
Yeah. No, I'm a prick. There's a difference. I'm a cunt, not an asshole. What's the difference? Only some men like assholes. All men enjoy cunts. Except, of course, the homosexuals.
Yeah, but they generally are so much of a cunt that it doesn't matter.
Exactly. Don't worry, people at home. We're allowed to say that. I am half gay.
Oh, that's disconcerting. That doesn't work. Damn.
Oh no, he broke it.
I did, yes.
Oh no.
I'm trying to use the screen, the screen is like picture-in-picture shit. But because I don't have my second screen with me, it doesn't work as well.
Oh no. Batman T, terrible news.
You don't care.
The new Dacia Sandero, it's been delayed.
Yay! Oh, maybe you said that, sorry. Bad man. So upset at that.
Wonderful news, the new Dacia Sandero is coming to Britain. Hooray! Anyway, also in the news.
What's worse is the new Dacia is pure electric.
I know. My landlord owns the Dacia. We get the emails when they make new cars. I do not care for those emails.
There we go.
This! Oh, I'm with you!
Yeah.
Oh, I forgot about this. I thought when you said endurance, you meant like a thing that's going to test my endurance, not...
No.
Oh!
Definitely came to endurance, but we're going to watch it when you get back from your holiday and do it like a
So
coach.
I thought you meant that fucking politics thing we were gonna do, not the D&D one, but like that video, the guy about slavery. That was it. I thought you were gonna bring that bitch up. I was like, oh, I cannot be fucked with that shit. No, I'm with you. We're fine.
I was going through one of the videos I have saved in my podcast list, see what we haven't watched yet, and this was in the list. Like, oh, we haven't done that in yet. Might as well.
Yeah, fuck you. Say it is quite entertaining. Oh, speaking of which. This is a small spoiler for like what this is going to be about for people at home, but it's important. Mr. Fatman T, you know how I introduced you to the fact they brought back Takeshi's Castle over on Amazon Prime?
Yes.
Well, on I believe it's the 28th, the actual raw footage of the show releases on Amazon Prime.
Mm.
So you don't have to deal with Ramesh Ranganathan and that other guy talking over the whole fucking thing, if you'd rather watch the whole thing in its original state. So, that's... I don't know if it's getting released in English, but it's getting released. So, if anyone gives a shit about that, 28th, if I remember correctly, over on Amazon Prime. Hashtag, not sponsored, but definitely should be.
Oh, we're having issues.
Oh, is it being a fanny?
It's, what call it? Opera.
To be fair, I've been having issues with Opera the last couple of days. It's been misbehaving a little bit with me. Ow, that was a shelf. I just tried to lean back in my chair and I slammed my spine full force into a fucking shelf. That hurt. Fucking... And that, children, is why you don't put shelves behind your desk chairs. You will fucking lean into them on accident.
Oh, Opera, why you been?
So on the technical difficulties to continue. People at home, the recipe that was mentioned a little earlier on in the show here that I've invented for the better scone. It will be available in my cookbook when that releases next year. Keep your eyes and ears here on the Devil's Latest Issue podcast to find out more details about when and where you can get Mr. Vegas's wonderful book of cooking. Coming soon to a book retailer near you.
Yeah.
Probably on a Kindle. Because I cannot afford to do, paper print. But I can put it on a Kindle. So, keep your eyes and ears here for more details about that over the next, few months and or years, depending on how much I procrastinate between now and the release of the book.
I gotta mention how stream's gonna be a bit choppy because my upload's down to 800 kilobytes.
Different. I hit half a megabit yesterday. It was like 7 o'clock at night. I went to watch a movie. I had half a megabit upload speed. I nearly cried. But it's okay. I'm upgrading my Wi-Fi later this week. I have an engineer coming on Thursday to drill a hole in my wall. And that's gonna make the thing work better.
Oh, come on. Nope. My upload just dropped down to...
Is it dead?
70. Not quite dead, but it's not far off.
Oh dear.
It's tanking itself.
Alright, cock it. Here's an idea. Let's just talk shit.
But
Fuck the videos. Fuck having a thing to look at. Let's make this a proper podcast. Let's just talk. Fuck it.
Yeah, and we'll try and kill OBS in the background as we talk. Not OBS, Opera.
I was gonna say opera. So, Family, what was your favorite show growing up? Like TV show, movie, fucking children's entertainment. What was your like when you were a young lad, right? So I paint a picture for you, right? It's a Friday, right? Friday afternoon. You've just gotten home from your school, right? You've come in the house, right? You've got 10 minutes before your tea is going to be ready, right? You've gotten changed out of your school uniform, right? You're wearing some comfy clothes. You come down the stairs, you sat in the living room, right? Get your tea handed you off your ma or your dad, whoever cooked, right? You get your tea handed you, right? Someone in the household says the words you're waiting on. Right, let's stick a VHS on. What fucking VHS are you sprinting to grab? What's the VHS you're sticking on? Because I know you're from the time period where VHS was popular.
Do you know when I was really young and a child? For us, it would have been Hasbro's, Hasbro's videos like Heckle and Jekyll. That type of stuff. Or old, Tom and Jerry and Looney Tunes. And that, back in the day.
See, you struck me as a Hanna-Barbera guy. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I Tom and Jerry, that was one of my go-tos as a kid.
As I got older, I think I was trying to start getting into anime stuff and that. And if I'm going for a film, I have two go-to films, which I think was the definition of what I call my anime life starting.
Mm-hmm.
One was Akira.
I've heard really good things about Akira.
Before it was censored to death by the Americans.
Yes.
Because they've done two, the standard Japanese version, subtitled. Then they did a dub. Then the Americans got their hands on it and did another dub.
Yeah.
And removed questionable content of it, the drug paraphernalia came out of it and all that type of stuff, which was just utter bollocks.
To be fair, though, they looked at it and went, well, that's for children. Let's take all the non-child friendly things out of it, because, they're Americans.
And after that, it would have been Ghost in the Shell.
I'll give you that. Ghost in the Shell is fucking fire. That is a good fucking film.
Yeah. And basically go from there, then you understand what they call Network had the Dragon Ball Z's and that type of stuff.
Yes,
that
yes.
cropped up every now and again. But I say them two really got me into the animation, Japanese animation and manga scene.
See, the one, the two for me, because I'll still watch both of these today. I got into them when I was dead young, right? Fern Gully and the Last Rainforest. Well, big shout out to that film. Really good movie. Like, it's got Tim Curry playing a smog cloud. What more do you need in life?
I'm
The
not
second
Google it.
pick. The second pick, and this is probably the one that is going to explain a lot about my life.
Mhm.
Because I first saw this film when I'm going to go with maybe 8 or 9 years old. Rocky Horror Picture Show.
Mm.
Because I will too, like, I frequently, usually around my birthday, like when we get closer to like Halloween, I jump on Disney Plus, or I'll break up my old VHS tape copy, because yes, I still own VHS tapes and a VHS player. I'll stick that shit on. Oh my god, what a wild ride. The more drunk you get, the better that film gets, is all I'm saying.
Right then, I've learned 2 things today.
Oh, because if our childhood an even better thing as well from my childhood. Land Before Time. It's about dinosaurs. So it's like a move, like 17 movies and a billion shows, and it's just fucking dinosaurs doing dinosaur things. It's really fun.
Well, I've learned interesting today. I've got to reset my laptop again.
Right, okay, you gotta reset your laptop, yeah.
Yeah, because my laptop forced a Windows update on me. And
And that Windows update is fucking OBS again.
Yeah, according to this, OBS is using 34% of my CPU at 11 frames per second.
Jesus Christ.
Right, but when I look at my Task Manager, OBS is only using 15% of my CPU. Because I'm only using 30% of my CPU total.
What the fuck is going on with that? I mean, let me pull up the stream side and make sure, like, we're running smooth. Because, like, if it's not affecting the stream, then, like, we're Gucci.
Mm.
No, I mean, like...
Yeah, so I'm making sure that it's not affecting the actual stream itself.
Mm.
Without jumping, the audio's back dipping in and out.
Because I'm pulling up Opera now so I can go pull up the YouTube to have a check. Hopefully we're okay. People at home, let us know. Are we okay? Can you hear us okay? Is everything working?
Yeah.
Mainly because like you'll probably be able to tell us before I can get YouTube to fucking pull up.
Again, now Corn OBS, I'm now at 54% CPU capacity. But Corn Task Manager, I'm at 20 for OBS itself.
Oh, I wonder. They might have. I'll look into that in a minute. Actually, I think I know what's going on there. Because I heard talks a while ago that OBS were going to add a thing, and that might be what's doing it.
I think I know what is this? I know what's going to cause it. Right, I know what's wrong.
Alright, it's not fucking the stream.
Right, I
So
know what's wrong.
fine. What's wrong?
What's wrong? Right, OBS is confusing CPU with my GPU.
See, what I'd heard was that OBS was going to add a like how Opera's got a CPU limiter.
Yeah.
I'd heard OBS were thinking about adding one of those to their thing, so like OBS can only take up X amount of your RAM.
Mm.
And shit, and like it'll like the percentages it says about what it's using is based on that limiter, rather than like what you actually have available.
Yeah. According to this,
So that could be what's doing that.
my GPU burn, I am at like 51% of my GPU capacity.
Mhm.
Right, which sounds about right for what's happening with the OBS and Opera running at the same time.
Yeah,
So I think
I'm
they're
just gonna
confusing GPU and my CPU around for some reason.
possibly. I'm pulling up the settings for OBS now to see if it did add the limiter and that's what's doing it. But listen, I've checked the stream and like the stream's working fine. So if you think your laptop can survive it, then like we're good to keep going.
Yeah, I mean I can't see any issues on my end so far. What I'm doing is I'm closing all the tabs I have open up in OBS and just opening a fresh new, just one tab for the YouTube.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm not seeing. Yeah, I'm not seeing anything for the limiter, so I don't think they did add it yet.
Not yet.
I'm just double checking to make sure they've not like tucked it away somewhere else, because you know what app people can be like.
There are limiters you can't put in place on the speed in the setting style, but that's complicated as fuck.
Yeah, Yeah, they've not added a built-in one.
You got to
So
manually set
that's
each setting run for that, for doing that.
Yeah. Yeah, no, big shout out to Land Before Time as a show. People that have never seen it, go check it out. It's really good. Like I said, there's also like 17 movies for it.
I think I was meant to stream a short one because it's something's not quite right, and I just don't know what it is.
Yeah, and also we have like fuck all planned, so it's fine.
Yeah.
Say
I
another one.
mean-
This is one I'm sure you've definitely seen.
What's that?
Winnie the Pooh.
Which Winnie the Pooh?
All of them.
Not really.
No, you like just any of them really. Like you don't have you got any strong opinions on Winnie the Pooh?
Yep. Eo's on that cusp. He's running that very thin edge of between
Oh yes, like
clinging
Eeyore.
depressed and suicidal.
Obviously, like the older I get, the more I identify with Eeyore, and the harder Eeyore hits home. I just as a
Yeah.
character, because like he lives in a shed, right, made out of sticks, in the middle. He's basically a hobo. Like all I'm saying, there are junkies in Glasgow with better housing conditions than fucking Eeyore.
Not even a shed.
All of a sudden, Eeyore being depressed makes a whole lot of sense, doesn't it?
It's not even a shed. What is one of those?
A bundle of
Like-
sticks.
It's basically a bunch of sticks. We've already seen them guys for like how to build a wooden shelter in the forest.
Yeah, and they
Scouts
straight up
like-
just build Eeyore's house. Yeah.
Yeah, basically like a barn, two like little sticks laid against it. Like you didn't even tie you loose twats.
Yeah, a small gust of wind's gonna come by and ruin that, you tits. Like,
You know.
hey, what's
No.
your favourite Winnie the Pooh thing? Be it movie, show, like, what's your favourite rendition of Winnie the Pooh? Because I've got two.
Oh, probably the older stuff they did.
See, I've got two of the secret third. I'll tell you my secret third first. The original Winnie the Pooh movie,
Mm-hmm.
where it's like the book, like it opens up the book and like Pooh Bear fucks about in the book for a bit, and love that movie. That's a really fun because it breaks the fourth wall so much with just Pooh Bear fucking with the book itself, and I think that's amazing.
Yeah.
I also secretly I'm quite a fan of like the weird live actiony one they did back in like the 2000s. I think that was really a fun idea. But my two number one favorites, easy peasy, every day of the week. 'Cause again, I will go and watch these frequently. That new horror film that they did with Winnie the Pooh.
Mm-hmm.
Fuck you. Oh, I can't remember what it's called. It's not a Disney thing. It's like an independent
Oh yeah,
thing.
that's
It's like
about, yeah.
yeah, the copyright ran out. So like a bunch of filmmakers jumped on that shit immediately. I think it's Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey. I think it's called
It is. It's called Blood and Honey.
Blood and Honey. Really, really good movie. It's better than it's got any right to be.
He's one play though. If you want to
Because
ask a question.
official Pooh Bear shit. Like Heffalump movie. It's got to be Heffalump movie. It's got elephants and they're purple. I like the purple elephants.
Okay, here's one for you then. Out of curiosity.
Mhm.
Right. What would you say, brought the sci-fi genre into the mainstream?
Ooh. Now that depends on the exact question we're asking here. Are we asking like what brought it to the mainstream in the sense of like made everyone aware of it, or brought me into? Like what perspective of mainstream are we taking here?
That brought it to the world's mainstream as a solid genre, not just like a subgenre. So no, like everyone confirmed like Alfred Hitchcock is the grandfather of horror movies,
Yes.
and he brought them into the mainstream cinema boost, not just like straight to like dedicated back alley.
Fit into like VHS and that, yeah.
Yeah, it was like an actual dedicated like full-on blockbuster release of a horror film that he was responsible for. That
I mean,
what do you think was that for the sci-fi genre?
I think like probably like the one that had the biggest impact and the one that did it first are very different movies. I would say. Like
Yeah.
the one for me that did the Alfred Hitchcock of like kicked it clean into mainstream where everyone likes sci-fi now. Probably Star Wars did that. Like when the first Star Wars movie came out, because like let's face it, it did. As for like that initial like little kick into the mainstream of like people now accept that that's a thing that exists.
Mhm.
Probably, I might be a bit fucked up because I don't actually remember when this movie came out. This might have been after Star Wars, but I'm going to go with 2001: A Space Odyssey because I think that was before Star Wars.
After.
Was that after? Okay, I
Yeah.
stand corrected on that one then.
For me, there's two films that I think did it in strong ways.
Independence Day as well. Independence Day, I think, like led to like more well-known actors getting in on sci-fi.
Yeah, one
'Cause,
was
like,
was Ben Brum's Forbidden Planet,
Of course, Forbidden Planet.
or Black and White.
Yeah, I forgot about Forbidden Planet. Yeah.
So there's three. There's Forbidden Planet,
Mhm.
War of the Worlds,
Yeah.
its first movie release after this tape, and my main one I think got everyone into because it's with the actors in it was Flash Gordon.
I mean, yeah. So I mean, I've never really considered Flash Gordon sci-fi that much. Maybe 'cause I've never really thought about it that much. I've always kind of classed it similar to He-Man, of like it's
Well, He-Man's
like
sci-fi.
high fantasy with a bit of sci-fi.
No,
But
He-Man's
like
sci-fi
He-Man leans
technically.
not He-Man. Flash Gordon leans more towards the sci-fi than the high fantasy.
Yeah.
So like it is, but like my brain never put that in sci-fi before.
Yeah, it is. Technically, it is in the sci-fi category.
Yeah, it's like no, it absolutely is sci-fi. I'm just saying like my brain's never put it in the sci-fi category before, and now that it has, it doesn't feel right. Even though it's correct, it feels wrong that Flash Gordon lives there.
Yeah, those were one of my picks. I think would they broke it. I mean, if you go on like TV series, you gotta go like I would say Star Trek did it, but then also I think Red Dwarf did it as well.
Certainly like here in Britain, Red Dwarf probably had a bigger impact than I think Star Trek did for bringing sci-fi into the mainstream.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
I mean,
I suppose Red Dwarf was just Britain's answer to Star Trek.
well, no, our Star Trek was what do you call it? Doctor Who.
Well, Doctor Who as well, because I'm pretty sure Doctor Who is older than Star Wars. I'm pretty sure the first episode, like Doctor Who was like the 60s.
50s, I think the first Doctor Who came out.
The 50s? Fuck it, hell. It would have been, yeah, so I think we're approaching like 70 years of Doctor Who soon, or 80,
It's
something like that.
Except for One Piece, it's Doctor Who's technically the longest running series.
I'm gonna check, hang on, when did the first episode of Doctor Who release? Let's find out. 1963. November 23rd, 1963.
It wasn't too far off.
Yeah, it's... Either way, definitely older than Star Wars.
Because after that one, in the 70s, you got a rash of sci-fi TV programs like...
You did, yeah.
Buck Rogers and the World of Tomorrow. Blake 7. Skygrows, that type of stuff. They all came out around the same time, trying to use the same like format Star Trek did.
Doing like little episodic, like Monster of the Week type of thing, but in space.
Yeah. With all this, see Blake 7, if you've never seen it, it's a weird one because it made episodic, but then it's also did like series run as well.
I think another show that kind of did it, because I would argue this is technically sci-fi. Twilight Zone. I think the Twilight Zone, just like certain episodes in particular, it's like horror meets sci-fi. I think that was incredibly popular as well, was the Twilight Zone. So I think that also really helped to kick sci-fi into the mainstream.
Well, Twilight Zone was basically what the Rock Horror Picture Show was in theory. It was way for like writers who wrote short scripts for like horror, sci-fi, that type of stuff to get, like a weekly recognition of someone's of like a random writer's work or random director's work type things.
I still feel like it was one of the probably the earlier shows that kind of kicked sci-fi into like the public's eye,
Okay, then what's your favorite World War II film?
Ooh,
There's plenty to choose from.
There is. If it's gonna be film, because I've got a favorite World War II film and a favorite World War II TV show.
Mm-hmm.
My favorite film for World War II. Oh, it'll either be. It's a toss-up here because I like both equally. It's either Saving Private Ryan, because I fucking adore Tom Hanks, or The Great Escape, because I adore both. Both are fucking great movies. The
Bridge of the
Pianist if I'm feeling depressed, because it's a sad movie.
I'll go up 3. There's Bridge of the Kwai, The Guns of
Yeah,
Navarone, and Where Angels Feed a Shred.
yeah. Those are strong picks.
And that. I know there's a bit older than most people think of, but they're my top 3 picks for like war films.
They are
Throw it out
strong
like that.
picks, though. Yeah. As for shows, my favorite one's it's The Liberator over on Netflix. That's such a fucking weird little TV show about World War II, and I love it.
I tell you what, I've
Like,
watched. Two things I've watched recently. I watched The Mandalorian,
yeah, oh, I love it. Mandalorian's really fun.
and I've just watched Loki.
I've not got around to Loki yet, and I'm a season behind on The Mandalorian. I'm still on season 2. I've not got around to the new season yet.
I finished it all.
Yeah, I've been too busy to get to the last season yet, so like I'm still.
Right,
I'll get to it, but like
Did you get
you know,
did you get the watch last episode of season 2?
I think so.
So you saw Luke pick up Baby Yoda and take him with him.
Yes, I remember Luke taking over Baby Yoda duties. That's about as far as I got. Yeah.
Now I'll give you a bit of spoiler because I think you need it because you'll be shitting yourself if you don't realise it. In the very first episode of season 3.
Yep.
Right, Mandalorian has Baby Yoda again.
Yes. Oh no, I'm aware that happens, and it gets cleared up in the book of Boba Fett, doesn't it?
Nope, there's no context for it whatsoever.
I've heard somewhere that it gets explained eventually from something else.
No, the book of Boba Fett.
Something else explains it.
Boba Fett is where it does appear up in the Mandalorian. Is where he gets his armor.
Yeah.
Because he gets his
Yeah,
armor back.
I've like my friend Connor, is a Star Wars nerd like me, but like I'm sure he told me it gets explained somewhere. Somewhere it gets mentioned at some point why, but it's fine. I'll get to it. There'll be a reason. That reason's probably they couldn't afford to, do the CGI on Mark Hamill anymore. Because let's face it, like de-aging someone costs a lot of money. The fucking
What gets
nah, the Liberator on Netflix. Like, see if you go into Google and just pull up a screenshot for the Liberator, like off of Netflix. Like, just type in the Liberator Netflix. It'll bring you up. Like, the art style is so weird. It's not. Let me pull it up and I'll send you it. I'm hoping you can find a way to let the people at home see it.
Nope, not from this end. Can't do it.
Netflix. It's like a little animated World War II them up. Bradley James is in it. If anyone knows who Bradley James is, he is in it. For anyone who cares. Yeah, it's the plot's really fun. It's sort of like this like little band of like misfit soldiers. They're like they're all like in like the break for like basically being arseholes. And like this new fucking, I think he's like a sergeant or a lieutenant or something. Like it's his job to train them up and make them like an acceptable fighting force. And I think he's got like 2 months to train them or some shit, and then they get deployed. And the story itself is really good. The art style is weird as fuck, and I'm in love with the art style. It's so good. I'm gonna send you it as a DM, the Now Fat Man T, because I think everyone should see the art style. Because it is fucking amazing. Honestly, I've never seen an art style like it before. It's almost like a comic book art style, but it looks realistic. What the fuck? Why did that sound like that? Hang on. What type of file is that?
I have no idea.
Neither do I. I'm gonna find out. Why did it send it like that? Properties. Oh, it's a fucking GIF file. No wonder it's sent like that. Oh, for fuck's sake. Go away, JFF. I didn't know JFF was even legal anymore. I thought we got rid of that shit back in the 50s. Fucking disgusting behaviour. Let me
Which
see. Let me
episode
fucking
closed?
see if I can... Huh? Let me see. Let me see. Let me fucking... There we go. There's one from an actual scene in the show. Open image. Right click. Save image as. Don't be a fucking GIF. Be a JPEG. Be something normal. Thank you. Honest to God, fucking JFF. Fucking disgusting. Right, why are they all downloading as JFFs? That specifically said it was going to download as a fucking JPEG.
No idea. I think the whole internet's been like scruffy today. To
What's
be honest.
what's going on? Why am I getting given JFF files? Stop downloading JFFs. Save it as a fucking JPEG. Fucking Jesus God. Right, here, have that. You're gonna send it normally or you're gonna be an asshole?
Oh.
Send. Fuck it, fuck you have that version. Fuck it, have it as a JFF. I don't care anymore.
JFFR?
Fucking Fuck it, I've got a better idea. It's quicker. Let me fucking... Right, bring that one up. Okay, that's tiny. Just, fuck it. People at home, Google it in your own time. Fuck it.
Yeah.
Google
I'll
it at home. I don't care anymore. Google it in your own time. It's like a comic book cell shade kind of an art style almost, but like the faces look real.
Yeah.
Like everything looks really realistic, but it's like shell. It looks like they filmed it in live action and then threw a cell shade filter over the top, but it's animated. It's really fucky. I'm in love with it. It's so good. It's such an art style. Like it's, and again, the plot is really fucking tight. Like I won't say too much more about the plot because like it's worth watching it. But if anyone's in the market for a new World War II TV show, go check out The Liberator. It's really fucking good. Genuinely one of the... I'd say it's probably one of the better shows to come out on Netflix in the last probably 5-6 years. Like in my personal opinion, it's better than Stranger Things and Wednesday combined. It's better than both of those shows. Both of those shows to me are overrated as fuck. Wednesday's okay, I guess. Stranger Things exists. They're not that good. The Liberator though, oh, it's some good shit. Like it feels like a Call of Duty campaign, but like it's just a movie.
Yeah.
It's good.
That's about the grind.
It's really, really worth checking it out. If anyone's looking for a thing to watch over on Netflix, check it out. Another war movie actually. Like, I'll just open this up to be a whole section. Vietnam movies.
Mm-hmm. Well,
My favorite one that's set in Vietnam. Good Morning Vietnam. With your man, Robin Williams, whichever one the comedian was. I always get the comedian and the singer mixed up, names wise. I think it's Robin Williams is the singer, isn't it? So it'll be Robbie Williams, right?
it should be anyway. I think we can't be too sure.
Hang on. Let me pull up Google again, and I'll tell you. Hang on. Robin Williams is the comedian. Robin Williams was the comedian. Robbie Williams is the singer. Good Morning Vietnam with Robin Williams. One of my all-time, not just favorite Vietnam, just movies in general. It's got that perfect blend of like, this is a Vietnam movie, get fucked, and this is a Robin Williams movie, have an enjoyable afternoon. It's the perfect blend of those two vibes.
Oh god.
Like, it also explores like a part of not just the Vietnam War, but war in general that doesn't get talked about very often, which is like your military civilians, if you will. It's like the guys that do like the radio shows and that to keep the GIs entertained. There's not a lot of TV shows or movies or anything about those job roles in the army. So I always appreciate when those job roles get a bit of recognition with a movie or TV show.
I saw a skit on YouTube Shorts.
Hmm.
I bet a guy sitting there in the army greens, and this is what like being in the army. And basically, a guy unscrews a bolt, welds it closed, grinds it down perfectly flat. You know, makes it all sealed. Then send and punches the drill the hole again, puts the bolt back in.
Yes, yep. I've seen the same skit. Yep. The worst part is that's fucking accurate. Like, yeah, the army makes you do shit like that sometimes. Like, yeah.
Oh, my joints are stiff.
What about yourself, Fatman T? What's your favorite Vietnam them up?
Probably Apocalypse Now.
And if you, I'm gonna say, if you say MASH, we're gonna have fucking problems.
Probably Apocalypse Now or yeah.
Or
There's some delay there. Could I try to think of something?
like I say, he's fucking buffering. Fucking the Wi-Fi is so bad, his brain is turned off. Fucking hell.
Yeah, I'm trying to think. Trying to think it's working on my end. I really want to show this video.
I'm saying I'll definitely give you Apocalypse Now because that is a really good movie.
Apocalypse Now or Full Metal Jacket. That's my two.
Full Metal Jacket's a good show. I tell you one because like this surprises me sometimes when I remember it's a Vietnam movie technically.
Yeah.
Forrest Gump. That's
Yes.
technically a Vietnam movie.
It's two for Vietnam and going off man categorized, I'll say slice of life.
Yeah. It's like a slice of life movie that briefly covers the Vietnam War and then moves on rather swiftly.
Because I think Waterboy is a lesser version of Forrest Gump.
It is. Like, I'm assuming you mean Adam Sandler's Waterboy. That
Yes.
movie. Yes.
Yeah, both
It's
of them have
basically
a similar
Forrest Gump,
vibe.
but they took the war out of it. Yeah.
Yeah.
And like, it's basically the first half of Forrest Gump.
My
Like,
favorite
yeah.
Forrest Gump is towards the end. After you're tired, people still falling around. It's like, why are you falling me for? Where's that broccoli? I don't know. I haven't done a bite of it yet. But sir, wash your hands. You know, that was one of my favorite parts of Forrest Gump. It wasn't fucking. Was that wrong?
Mine's the bit where like he gives up on running. He runs all that way and he turns around and just goes, "I'm kind of tired now, guys. I'm gonna go home." And
Yeah.
they're all there like, "Motherfucker, we've been following you for like 3 years straight as a cult. What do you mean?
Why
Like,
are you
you
running
telling us
for?
this was just entertainment to you?" And it's like, yeah, I was bored and went for a jog. Fuck. It's been
Why
3
you for-
years, damn it.
Is it for charity? Cure with hunger? I just wanted to run.
I just felt like having a run. Like, fucking, yeah. Like,
Run, Forrest, run.
the guy with the t-shirt fucking puts a smiley face into it and like, I've stepped in dog shit. It happens sometimes. What the shit? Yeah. Runs off. And that's how the shit happens t-shirt was invented according to that movie. And you know what? It's probably better than the true story of how the shit happens t-shirt was invented.
Yeah. Oh, I mean, it's such. I mean, some bangers up. I mean, one of the ones I won't watch because it was this other dog shit. For a movie side was Event Horizon.
I've never seen it.
Because after Alien came out, and they're saying Alien was the last great sci-fi horror
Yes.
in the same tone as that. Except the ship, they built a new spaceship, new drive system, except the drive sends your pole straight to hell.
Right.
And the ship spent the equivalent of, in our reality, about 5